Chapter 1. Understanding the Basics. What is stress and burnout? Stress isn't always bad. Many people believe that stress is always something negative that should be avoided at all costs. In reality, this isn't entirely true. Stress is a natural and necessary response of our body to changes, demands, or threats. This mechanism has developed over millions of years, helping our ancestors survive in the wild. When a person faced danger, whether it was a predator or a hostile tribe, their body would instantly mobilize all its strength. Hormones were released, the heart started beating faster, breathing quickened, all to provide energy for fighting or fleeing. In the modern world, we rarely have to run from predators, but the stress response still activates when we face problems. It could be a work deadline, a difficult meeting, or a conflict with a loved one. And here it's important to understand that stress can be both beneficial and harmful. Eustress, positive stress. This is the positive form of stress. It occurs when we face challenges that motivate us but don't overwhelm us. For example, it's that feeling of excitement before a performance that makes you pull yourself together and show your best result. Or the tension before a sports competition that gives you an energy boost. Eustress helps us stay alert, improves concentration, and brings a sense of pride and satisfaction upon completing a task. It pushes us to grow, helps us acquire new skills, and become stronger. Eustress is the fuel for our achievements. Distress, negative stress. This is the harmful stress. It arises when demands exceed our capabilities, and the situation seems hopeless and uncontrollable. It's the state where you feel trapped. Distress can be caused by constant overload at work, financial difficulties, prolonged family conflicts, or the feeling that you're constantly running out of time. Unlike eustress, distress doesn't motivate but exhausts. It causes anxiety, irritability, reduces productivity, and if left unchecked, gradually destroys our health. The main goal of this book is to help you recognize and deal with distress specifically. We won't strive for a stress-free life because that's impossible. Our task is to learn how to manage stressful situations so they don't put pressure on you. What is burnout, and how does it differ from fatigue? Many confuse burnout with regular fatigue. They think that taking a vacation or simply getting good sleep will make everything go away. But burnout is a much more serious condition. It's not just tiredness, but a state of complete physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion caused by prolonged and chronic stress. To better understand the difference, let's consider key distinctions. Fatigue is a temporary reaction to overload. For example, you worked late into the evening or had several nights of poor sleep in a row. In this case, if you rest well, recover, and allocate time for sleep, the fatigue will disappear. Burnout is something else. It arises from a long period of uncontrolled stress. It's like driving a car non-stop until the gas runs out and the engine overheats. Burnout is a state of emptiness when you have no strength or desire to do anything left. It's a feeling of meaninglessness and cynicism that affects all areas of life. Simply resting isn't enough. To cope with burnout, you need to review your lifestyle. Change your attitude towards work. Learn to manage your emotions and possibly even seek help. Burnout isn't just a signal that you're tired, it's a cry for help from your body that's on the brink. 3 levels of burnout signs. How to recognize warning signals. Burnout develops gradually, and its symptoms can remain unnoticed for a long time. A person might attribute their condition to a difficult period until the situation becomes critical. Understanding these signs is the first and most important step towards recognizing the problem. Emotional signs. Feeling of emptiness and apathy. You lose interest in things that used to bring joy. Life seems boring and events meaningless. You no longer feel inspired. Irritability and cynicism. You become more short-tempered, easily losing your temper over trifles. Your attitude towards work, colleagues, and even loved ones becomes detached and critical. Feelings of hopelessness and helplessness. You develop a persistent sensation that nothing will improve, that all your efforts are futile, and you can't influence the situation. Emotional detachment. It becomes difficult for you to empathize with others. You stop rejoicing in others' successes and react less to their problems. Physical signs. Chronic fatigue. This isn't the kind of tiredness that goes away after a good night's sleep. It's a constant feeling of having no energy. You might sleep 8 to 9 hours but still wake up feeling broken and without energy. Sleep disturbances. Constant insomnia. You can't fall asleep, wake up frequently during the night, or conversely, feel excessively sleepy during the day. Sleep quality deteriorates, and you don't feel rested after sleeping. Health problems. The body starts sending signals. Frequent headaches, muscle tension, stomach pains may occur. The immune system's function worsens, making you get sick more often. Changes in appetite. You might lose your appetite or, conversely, start eating more than usual, preferring unhealthy food. Behavioral signs. Decreased productivity. Tasks that were previously easy and quick to complete now require tremendous effort and take longer. You start making more mistakes. Social isolation. You begin avoiding communication with colleagues, friends, and even family. You decline invitations to meetings, preferring to spend time alone. This happens not because you don't love these people, but because you simply lack the energy for social interactions. Procrastination. You constantly put off important tasks for later because you lack motivation and energy to start them. Loss of interest in hobbies. Activities that you once enjoyed no longer bring pleasure. You stop exercising, reading books, or meeting with friends, although these were once part of your life. If you notice several of these symptoms in yourself, it's a serious reason to pause and reflect on your condition. Burnout is a signal from your body and mind that it's time to make changes. Don't ignore it. Additional information. Why has burnout become so widespread? In the modern world, burnout has become a mass phenomenon, and there are several reasons that reinforce each other. The culture of successful success. Society and social media constantly promote the idea that you need to be successful, productive, and always achieve more. This creates constant pressure and guilt about taking time to rest. We feel that if we're not working, we're falling behind others. Digital accessibility and blurring boundaries. Smartphones and constant internet access don't allow us to completely disconnect from work. Messages, emails, and notifications come at any time, and we feel obligated to respond to them. This erases the boundary between work and personal life, not giving us the opportunity to fully rest and recover. Uncertainty and fear, rapid changes in the world, economic instability, and social challenges create additional anxiety. Fear of losing a job, not coping with new requirements, or not meeting expectations keeps us in constant tension. By understanding these factors, we can approach our lives and work more consciously, protecting ourselves from the destructive consequences of chronic stress. In the following chapters, we'll discuss specific steps that will help you cope with burnout and regain your energy and joy of life.